and welcome to my room.
Yeah, it's got an interesting color, but listen, I was fucking 5 years old when I painted this damn room, and I painted it by myself with my dad doing most of the work, okay? So, if you don't like the color of my room, then why are you making fun of a 7-year-old kid who painted this? Anyways, today I'm gonna be reacting to to all the death scenes from every single movie that I've ever made. Because I feel like it, and what the hell else am I gonna do during this awful, awful time? So, I'm gonna be taking a trip down memory lane. I will be giving you guys a whole bunch of fun facts about these movies. There will be some cringe, but to be honest, I'm not really that embarrassed by them. That's why they're still on YouTube. If I was embarrassed, I would have taken them down because I don't really get embarrassed that easily. So, yeah. By the way, if you don't like this, what is going on right here today, what's wrong with you? This is a look.
Get the London look.
So, that's on you. So the first thing we're gonna be taking a look at is Terror at the Opera. Lord Jesus have mercy, this is a interesting one. I remember when it first came out, I was like, oh my god, it's so good, the editing is so good, it's so unique and quirky. Well, we're about to see about that. Oh, this opening scene, I literally forgot it happened, it's so bad. And that music is from Suspiria, so that's a good movie, by the way. Not made by me, I wish. Oh my god, Ethan was not having it the day we filmed this. Yeah, ugh, he is so bad. I'm sorry, Ethan, if you're watching this, you were really bad in this scene. Not just this scene, but like, you were just really bad. You were not into it that day, you had no energy. Sawyer didn't have any energy. Neither one of you wanted to do this, really. Those Crocs. Yeah, that fade, I was really proud of that fade. I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. But looking back, it's really not. Next up we have What Walks in the Woods. I love that. I don't care what people say, I like this movie. I don't care what people say. All right, here we go. Oh, Jonas was sleeping for real during this scene. He was actually asleep. Because he, whenever we go camping, he sleeps all day. I can't remember if he...
She's not pumping my chair.
Oh my god, Marley is funny. I love her. She's so funny. Oh my god, in this movie, she is hilarious. And she wasn't even trying... That's the thing with her. She doesn't try to be funny, but she is so funny, and I love it. Yeah. Jonas was actually asleep when we did that, though. My death. I think Sawyer or Nick was recording. Because you can tell how much shorter they are than me. That knife was real. And this shot right here, oh my god, I have a story to tell. Not a bad death. Those noises are a little weird, but not a bad death. So here is what the fuck is going on with this death scene. So basically, originally we just recorded me getting stabbed in the leg for the chest, but somebody, not gonna name any names, forgot to press record. Nick, I'm looking at you, you forgot to press record. So, we went camping 3 times that summer. The first half of the movie where we're at the campsite was the first time. Second time was just my family, and I woke up at like 5 in the morning. I took a cherry and I squeezed it so that it looked like blood, and I just dragged it across. You can tell that's clearly me. And that was me getting my throat slit, and there was people watching, but I really do not care. So here's a fun fact about the dream scene. Okay, as I said, we filmed this over the course of 3 camping trips. The first one, we recorded the first half of the movie at the campground, and we finished it there too. But I hated it. I hated it. It was bad. It was very bad. So on our 3rd camping trip, we recorded the scenes in the woods. That last half of the movie with the scenes in the woods is what makes it a good movie, in my opinion. And I'm so glad we added them, but there were some iconic moments in the original version, so I decided to add the dream sequence, mainly because of what we see next. Sawyer's death. When we shot this, there was a random old man sitting there who was just watching us and laughing, and it was terrifying. It was very scary. He looked a lot like me right now, except he had a beard and white hair. The reason I'm whipping that around so much is because I liked the sound it made. It made a fun sound. Ugh, he looks so awkward. Okay, those noises are disturbing, I'm not gonna lie. Here's the thing about What Walks in the Woods, and this is why in the past I've said like, oh, I don't really like it that much. It's because nobody wanted to do it. Marley and Nick and barely even Sawyer did not want to do it. They did not want to make, especially Jonas. That's why he's barely even in it. They did not want to make this movie, and I was very sad about that because I had been writing it for 6 months, and you cannot tell that I was writing it for 6 months, but I was. And I don't know, they just didn't want to do it, and I was very sad over that, and that's why some of the acting is a little bit dry, and how I talk so much in this movie, despite the fact that I die at like 20 minutes in. I talk so much. I probably have the most lines in the entire thing because I'm just blah, 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 blah. But nobody wanted to do it. I cried. I hate admitting that, but I cried. Marley told me, I do not want to do your movie. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Because, you know, usually when people tell me that, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I went in the camper and I cried. And then they were like, fine, we'll do it, whatever. That first camping trip, nobody had fun because I was being annoying and I was like, we have to film the movie. And that's why I'm so, I don't like asking people things because of this movie. That's why, Ethan, if you're watching this, that's why I always ask you, can you ask them if they want to do the movie? Because I don't like asking people to do my movies because I don't want to be an annoying little bitch. And because of this, they really didn't want to do it. Although when we did go on that third camping trip and we filmed the scenes in the woods, they were on board with that, I think. Not sure. I asked them, do you guys want to do it? And they said, sure. I'm not sure if they were for real. I love this part. This is probably my favorite. This is definitely my favorite death scene from this movie. I think it's hers too. When we watched it, her and all of us were just screaming because it was so good. I don't know. It's hilarious. It's a funny death. It's like echoey and slow motion. I don't know. And the heartbeat. She starts smiling right there. That was a really interesting scene to do. The blood on the knife. It was literally a green screen effect. Best quote. The hero never wins in my movies, guys. And I'm proud of that. And then the laugh. Oh my God. Just such a good scene. Such a good ending to this movie. Yeah. The soundtrack from that one was the soundtrack from the movie Just Before Dawn, which was my main inspiration for making this movie. And I used the same soundtrack because I was stupid and didn't know about copyright. I am about to release my controversial opinion about this movie, but I think that Ethan played the lunch lady so perfect in this movie. When we made the remake, which is gonna come out, going to come out once somebody gets permission. When we were making the remake, I was a little bit disappointed because this movie is so good, but it's just really poorly made. But the acting and the lines and everything is so good, and I really wanted to make a remake of it. And so when we started making the remake, which is going to come out, hopefully, but when we made it, I was so sad because Ethan will never be able to play the lunch lady the way he played her in this. And he was perfect in this movie. So and he was still very good in the remake and in the sequel and everything. But this was just perfection. This was so good. I don't know what it is about his performance in this. It's so quirky. And I hate that word, but it is. It's so quirky and I just love it. Up next we have Anti-Bullying PSA, The Victim. Controversial movie because of what it deals with. It deals with bullying and depression and suicide. I don't feel the need to issue an apology for this one because nobody complained, so I'm not gonna.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Everybody wants me to die. At least I'll get to see my mom.
It's sad. That's a good shot, I'm not gonna lie, when they all look in. Lots of good cinematography in this movie. This is one of the movies where if I want to show somebody, I'm a filmmaker, I'll show them this one. And there's another movie that's coming up that I will also show them. Up next, we have Green Team Dream. Oh my God, Green Team motherfucking Dream Machine. I got in trouble for this one. I had to talk to the principal. Y'all know why? Because there was like violence in it or whatever. Because this was a school project. This was a funny and a good movie. I'm not ashamed of this one. Although I will say you cannot hear a damn word that anybody says. It was windy out. Oh my God, my scene. I did so good. This, the trash monster is played by Ethan's sister, Isabel. And she hated it. Easy on purpose. Eve is very good.
This is McDonald's! This is for the earth! And this is for crazy!
That's a good one.
Finally dead. Let's dispose of it.
Little Miss Eve, she was very nervous about her acting in this movie. Every time we finished recording, she would be like, oh my God, was that good? Was that good? To Lexi. And she did very good in my opinion. Oh my God. I'm so excited for this next one because it's The Tunnel, bitch. Whew, The Tunnel. This is a good movie. I don't care what people say. I don't care that, and I know this for a fact that not a single one of you watched this movie till the end. I know that. We watched this movie as a cast, and every other view that is on this video was not watched until the end, and I know that for a fact. But that's on fucking you. What's wrong with you? Watch it. It's good. I'm proud of it.
Wish I liked you, but I just don't.
That was the main reason a lot of people didn't watch the whole thing is because it's too long, which I completely agree with. Oh my God, this scene was so weird for me to film because it's me, obviously. I'm the one getting axed. I'm the one getting the blood all over me. What I did was I took the axe and I squirted, it was like clear gel red for cake, for writing words on cake. And I would squeeze that on the axe and then I would put it on a part of me and it would just splatter. It was a good effect, kind of. But it was a mess. Oh my God, it was sticky, ants everywhere, nasty, nasty, gross, gross. This is such a good movie, such beautiful shots. Oh my God, the colors, the colors, the colors. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movie. I love it so much. Honestly, it's so good. If you're still watching this video, comment, hey bitch, down below. Those of you who haven't watched it need to get your shit together and watch it. Or at least, I think I might post an alternate version. Comment down below if you want me to post a shorter version of this movie because it is too long, I do agree. Like I'll upload like a half-hour version. This is a good ass scene. It's a good, creepy, chilling scene. Oh my God, it's so creepy. The feet, the top of the head, and then the knife. His face, oh my God, he has such good facial expressions. And he has said multiple times that he is not a good actor. I honestly think that he is so funny and that he needs to quit putting himself down because he's hilarious in all these movies. Like, he's funny and he doesn't even notice. Ooh, that's creepy.
Hello?
He said hello. That's so creepy. Oh my God, it's violent as fuck. If like this was you. Oh my God, it's so violent. That scene. We had the blood come out of his mouth and it fell out of his mouth so fast we barely had enough time to even catch it on camera. I'm glad we did though. I don't care what anyone says. This is the best scene I have ever made. Ever. Ever. Such a good scene. Ugh. Chills. The soundtrack done by me. Although I also had a royalty-free 80s horror soundtrack in this, which is also very good, but not done by me. Oh my God, I'm holding on the mask because that thing just kept falling off. That mask would not stay on. And that shot where I raised the axe with both hands, you can see this in the bloopers. I raised it up and I just smacked the mask off my head. It was like my wig got snatched off my head. It was like my wig got snatched off my head. Wow. Still a good scene though, it just goes on for too long, you know? The blood we used in this movie was just red food coloring. It was straight up just red food coloring. Nothing in it. It was just red food coloring straight from the bottle. We sprayed that on his shirt. We sprayed it on his hands so he could crawl. That is such a good shot that we used 10 million times in this movie because it's such a good shot with the blood. And if I do remake What Walks in the Woods, it's going to be like 30, 40 minutes. And I really want to remake it. This is the best scene I've ever made. The whole chase, I'm sorry. Even the pool scene where he falls in, the scene before with the shadow of the axe, it's just a very well done scene. I'm sorry, it's good. It's my favorite scene I've ever done. And I know that some of you are a little jealous you're not in this movie, and you should be jealous. That blood coming out of his nose was cherry juice, not red food coloring. Oh. It's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. When we were watching this and that came on, we were like, oh my God. It's so bloody. I'm so glad I was able to do this death scene like this. Even though it's so fake, but I don't give a fuck. It's a good ass, such a good movie. Ugh. And underrated too. Like nobody watched this when it came out, and that's on them. Oh my God, this fight scene definitely lasts for too long. I'm not going to lie. God, my Wi-Fi is bad. That mask was falling off of my damn face, because that mask... Oh my God, I just remembered something. I still have that mask. The one that we used in this movie, not in this scene. This scene we had a stunt mask. They had a paper bag. It was a small paper bag. We used a big paper bag for the main mask, but for the stunt mask, we used a smaller brown paper bag. It barely fit over my big ass head, and yeah, that's why we did, because we didn't want to get the nice one wet, because I still have it. Movie is this is my favorite short film we've ever made, and this is the movie that if I'm going to say I'm a filmmaker, you want to see some of my work, this is the movie I will show. I have shown this to several people before. You know who you are, or you don't because you don't remember, but if you do remember, you remember that this is a good ass movie and that it's truly somewhat creepy. For those of you who are stupid and haven't seen this yet, go watch it. Go watch all these movies before you watch this video, because they're all really good. This is such a fun scene to shoot. Probably one of my favorite scenes to ever film. This part is good when my arm gets crushed. Actually hurt in real life really bad. Oh my God, it hurts so much in real life. I look so good. What? Why do I look so good? Should I always just put a black and white filter over myself? Because I look good in this movie. Damn. God damn. That jawline is so good. Then he gets his throat slashed on this part. He disappears. And finally, the last thing I'm going to be showing you guys today is Controlled Chaos. I love Controlled Chaos. And we're not going to be talking about it because nobody dies in it, but my favorite movie that we've ever made, you guys already know this, my favorite movie we've ever made in the history of mankind is Dance Moms the movie. It's so funny, it's perfect. My favorite horror movie we've ever made is The Tunnel, but this is a close second. My favorite short film is The Man in the Hallway. And yeah, and we're not going to be looking at Ski Hill Massacre because nobody watched it, nobody liked it who watched it, just not a very good movie. And we're not going to be talking about Jurassic Dodo, although I would just like to do a whole video on Jurassic Dodo because that is a masterpiece. Look at that, that's obviously her. Good scene though, kinda. And she punches him. Oh, and the Clippers were filmed at my house. That was me at my house, you know. Originally, he just got, how did he die originally? Yeah, he died off screen originally, and I didn't like it. And the blood in this movie was corn syrup and food coloring. It got all over Sawyer's body, and we filmed the scene. The blood was everywhere. Oh my God, it was a sticky, gross mess. I thought the scene from the tunnel was gonna be a gross mess. This was the worst. Oh my God, it was so sticky. It was so nasty. It was really gross for Sawyer. We had to do the scene where the blood goes in to his mouth over and over again because he kept spitting it out because it was so gross. Not a fun scene to film. It was so gross. Blood everywhere, sticky nastiness. Oh, that was bad. We had to do that scene over and over again because it kept just like, and we wanted to not.
Where is everyone?
Oh my God, such a fun death, but not a fun death to film. Oh, and when he was walking back, so he got the blood all over him when he was walking back into the cabin to go take a shower, the blood dripped onto my dog, Rosie, and she had this nasty corn syrup on her head, so we had to wipe it off. It was very cute, but also very gross. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in to me in my little room with my little bald cap on, reacting to some of my movies. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, so comment down below if you want to see me make a shortened version of The Tunnel, because a lot of you didn't watch it because it was too long, and I completely understand. But it's one of my favorites, and I really want you guys to see it. So comment if you want me to post that. Please do not comment about my hair. That's why I wore a damn bald cap, because my hair is a fucking mess today. And it's quarantine, so why the hell would I do my hair? Who am I trying to impress? The damn birds? And yeah, please have a good day. Eat a lot of food, and don't be a bitch. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, bitches!